Hey, good morning, Windy City sales team. Hey, wanted to touch base with everybody this morning on something that is really important in the CRM. Um, the steps in the CRM are very clear-cut designed, and we just reconciled to make sure everybody's steps matched in eLead for every store. So it's really quite simple. When you're going through the steps to the sale, the first step is the greet. Okay, so make sure we're checking the greet. And just to kind of give you a little insight, if the steps to the sale were a pyramid, it would be upside down. So it would be the biggest part of the pyramid at the top to the smallest part at the bottom. That pyramid represents time. So each one of the steps, if they were layered into that pyramid, that's how much time realistically you should be spending in each step. So obviously the greet, which is step number one, would be in the widest part of the pyramid where you would want to spend the most time. Because in the end, people buy from people they like, and you got to build rapport, and the time to build rapport is in the greet. So making sure you have a lot of great questions in the greet is really critical. So the next part of the step is the probe. Okay, so it goes greet, then it goes probe, then it goes sit on. So obviously we want to get the customer on the motorcycle, which is really crucial. Get them feeling it, smelling it, being around it, etc. The next piece of it's the presentation. In the presentation, obviously, we want to be able to provide that customer with 10 feature advantage benefits on that particular vehicle. That's crucial. So making sure we know all that's very important. The next piece of it is the demo. So we obviously want to get the customer out on a demo ride. So let's work really hard at trying to get as many demos and make sure that we get the demos in the demo tracker, the Harley-Davidson demo tracker, so that we're getting our points for our barn shield. The next piece of it is the appraisal. So if they've got a trade, we got to get the appraisal done. So make sure you fill out an appraisal sheet for your sales manager, GSM, GM, who's ever running the desk that day. Make sure you get a good appraisal form filled out. Then you've got the sit down. So the next portion is sit down, which is we sell on our feet and we price on our seat. So we have to get them to the sit down phase, sit them down at a desk or a table so that we can start talking about the specifics of the purchase. The next portion of it is the write-up. So making sure that you've got the write-up ready to go so that you can get all the pertinent information of the customer for that we're going to need, obviously, to complete the purchase, to get them in the CRM, etc., is very important. The next step is the close. Okay, so we've got the write-up, we get the price, and then we go and we close the deal, which typically in our dealerships, once the sales manager or once the salesperson / fit specialist gets the write-up, then the sales manager, whoever's running the desk, will come out and help them close the deal, go over the numbers, go over the payments, go over the trade, go over the interest rate, etc., to make sure that we get agreeable terms with the individual that's purchasing from us. And we're a full disclosure operation, so we don't hide anything. So we lay it out there, and then we obviously try to work with the individual to make sure that we can mold the purchase around what they need to make it happen. So it's very important. And then after we close, we do the TO, which we either TO back to the sales manager or to somebody, the general manager, whatever it is, if we're not getting the deal closed up, or we TO to F&I to make sure that we get all the information that we need from the financing perspective, and we're ready to get all that paperwork starting to process. And of course, the last step is the delivery. The delivery, in my opinion, folks, is one of the most important things that we do. It's the last impression that we give the customer that's buying from us, and we owe it to them to do a world-class delivery. So follow our delivery checklist. Make sure that you're getting the all of that information checked off on the delivery checklist. Have the owner's manual out, ready to go on the desk. Flip through the key points of the owner's manual. Make sure you got the keys. Make sure that you're ready to do a full-blown, world-class delivery with the individual. Make sure the bike's full of gas before they leave. All those really important things. And last and definitely not least, make sure you're asking them for some referrals. Hey, you got anybody else looking for a bike? Love to reach out to them and let them know about the great deals and the great inventory that we've got in stock right now. And by the way, if you do that, there's a little something in it for you also. So Very important to try to get some referrals. So, greet, probe, sit on, presentation, demo, appraisal, sit down, write up, close, TO, delivery. All right. So make sure you're following those steps. It's laid out in the CRM. We've reconciled that in every dealership to make sure everybody matches. And then that way, when we get the information back and forth internally to follow how we're doing in the process, everybody will match and be correct in that system. We have some great word tracks for every single one of these particular steps to the process. So make sure you know those word tracks. You can get them from your sales manager if you don't know, but spend as much time as you can in the greet, folks. The greet, the greet, the greet. Deals are won and they're lost in the greet. It's not in the close. If you do a great job in the greet and the other steps follow in time, the sale will just naturally take place, and you'll get a lot more deals out of it. So just want to make sure that everybody is consistent and clicking along here in regards to how this process works. And if anybody has any questions, please reach out to me and let me know. So thanks for watching. Please make sure that we're diligent and disciplined to following this process. As all of you know, that's what we're going to be holding everybody accountable to, and that's what we're going to be watching, obviously, in the CRM on a day-to-day basis. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, let's have a great finish to the month, folks, and thanks for all your hard work.